Hey guys, this is Inko from YSO Golem, and this is a highlights video for war number 56 versus a level 5 clan V Cobra. I believe they were from Italy. As you can see, 1 star away from a perfect war. They were slightly a strange bunch, the enemy here. You can see from their sort of stats, they've obviously had a huge amount of losses. A level 5 clan with only 25 wins, it starts sort of ringing alarm bells about them not being the greatest. That being said, they did, they got some attacks in. They weren't that great. I mean, if you can see, they had a couple of decent attackers. And just the amount of people who've left their clan. Wow, after, I've only just realised that obviously have left after the war, or were unceremoniously sort of kicked. But yeah, so not really that much of a testing war. You'll see some of the bases there. Town Hall 9 bases were very rushed. At least their number 2 was. And but some good attacks from us, and I'll try and highlight those now. But a good win, guys. Well done. No problems with cleanup. No problems with late attacks. Really good flow to the war. You guys are really not giving me any cause for concern at all, or cause for sort of moaning on a video. So well done. Keep it up. Right, to the replays. So I mean, these are highlights videos. I am trying to get pick video attacks that I feel are good and not run of the mill. That's something that you've had to sort of think through and plan properly. I mean, a lot of the time I think about 80% of attacks are straight up hogs, but hogs are still difficult. There's a lot of people struggling with hogs, not just in myself, but other people who come up from Town Hall 7 to Town Hall 8. It's it can be a cruel mistress, hog attacks. But let's kick off with Heisenberg. This is his Go Vaho. He's done another sort of straight up hogs, but I just want to show this one because it just shows you how much of a nightmare hogs are to funnel. I mean, this base is difficult, and it's he's got that sort of moat around the core. So brave to attempt anything with Valkyries here, but as you'll see how he does it, it's he manages to get a fair amount of Valkyries into the core, and then it was sort of touch and go with the remaining hogs. But yeah, so he gets the wizard and barb distraction CC kill. Speed it up a little bit. Drops his golem. Manages to detonate a giant bomb. Sort of creating a funnel now with these wizards while his golem is sort of tanking. And this is going to have to be a wide funnel, which I know he's taken into account. Opens up that sort of section smartly in time for the golem to take it. Obviously the BK sort of took a bit of a walk. Drops 2 test Valkyries, as you can see, or 3 test Valkyries. They've going to help with the sort of funneling now, and then as soon as they're destroyed, drops his remaining Valkyries. Now obviously with the base, the amount of outer bases being destroyed, the closest base was the sort of Tesla in the middle. So he got 3 Valkyries in the middle, now coming in with his back end hogs. Still got 2 heal spells, so didn't bother healing up the Valkyries in the core there. Saved his heals for the hogs, which probably turned out to be pretty smart move, given that he ended up with so few hogs towards the end. And he's still got this heal that he drops now. Those guys on the cannon are just out of the heal, but only 1 defense left. Got his BK, although that's going to get taken out by the enemy BK, but it was just a case of the only thing left was the enemy BK, and his buildings got destroyed around him. So good 3 stars, good job. Nice to, I think H has got to a point where he just likes to challenge himself. I think he finds Town Hall 8 attacks far too easy these days. So well done. I hope I get to that stage at some point. It doesn't feel like it's going to be anytime soon. Nimjet's attack, I'm going to show it because I think a lot of things go wrong in this attack from a planning perspective, you know, execution wise, but it does negate the double giant bomb. I mean, this is a tricky base when you first look at it. So he does well to 3-star this, so I think it's worth highlighting. It pulls double duty with a small pack of hogs there, so kills 2 defenses and also gets the CC lure. He's coming in with witches in his CC, so he drops those now to sort of funnel. And, well, I would say funnel, but it's a little bit of an unorthodox attack here, because he drops a BK to tank and he drops his golem somewhere else away from his witches, so they're sort of unprotected. So yeah, it's not a normal sort of go-ho, which is kind of go-ho wee-wee, which is what the sort of setup is, army composition. But I don't think splitting up your kill squad is a good idea. But that's just me personally. He's obviously made this work, so you know. And the way he's dropped in this small pack of, he's gone by quadrant by quadrant. So as you see, because the golem's not got in there early enough, it's not taking any of the heat, and there's a double giant bomb. So now that's dealt with. He had 16 hogs left over, so they're coming in from the southeast. So yeah, good job. And just one remaining Tesla left over. But yeah, good. I'll speed that up. It's a good 3 stars. As I say, I'm not a big fan of splitting up the kill squad, but as you can see, it was a tough base, and Nimjet got 3 stars. So yeah, good job. Death, just to show this, he was actually cleaning up my mess. I managed to, I think, only 1 or 2 star this base, and he sort of stepped up. This base is bringing back all the bad memories for me. I think I tried to go Valo or go Vaho, and it fell on its arse. So clever. It dropped obviously 1 dragon just to have the extra archers to get rid of these storages, so he's not going to get come a cropper to any sort of running out of time later on. So very patient on the takedown of these storages. Gets the Zap Quake, takes out 1 AD. So if you check the time, it's only like there's 1 minute 30 left now. So when he's dropping his on the replay, so the actual attack from the dragon's perspective only took 1 minute 30. So good use of sort of the other troops to get rid of the trash buildings around the outside, and manages to funnel his dragons straight into those ADs, which is really smart. Delayed one of the dragons so he can get it straight on the AD. So yeah, nice, really nice. And he's going against the sweeper here, so smart attack. And then comes in from a completely different side with these loons after his BK's tanking the point defenses. And those loons will take down that air sweeper. Still got archers doing sort of cleanup on the outside. Speed this up a little. But good job, 3 stars. Nicely thought out attack. Nicely, patiently executed. Good job. Right, I have never shown one of my attacks, but I am showing it because I was pleased with this one. This is I've struggled with surgical hog deployment for a while, and I think I nailed it on this one. If I'm honest, I will say that this. I would like to say this was a first attack, but it wasn't. It's a cleanup. So I knew I knew where 2 of the giant bombs were, and then I sort of made an educated guess on the third one. So lured the CC, taking it up to the north. That's where I'm going to start my sort of deployment of the surgical hogs. Just doing a standard wizard takedown with barb distraction, which I've realised if you don't do this enough, you start to struggle with doing it. I always find it a pain to take down wizards when they've got like ground troops with them, like five archers and a dragon. Always really stumps me, but practice makes perfect, I suppose. So dropping in these hogs in a surgical fashion, drop my BK for a BK swap. And I think when I first started out doing hog attacks, the thing I found the most difficult was the patience you need to wait for the sort of flow of the hogs to come around. You need to have all the hogs sort of coming in from the sides and meeting up with the sort of hoarding pack that started off at the very top, and then drop your heels very patiently. So I think once you get the fear and panic out of hog attacks, it's very easy to sort of come up with some really destructing, absolutely attacks at wreck bases. I mean, look at the amount of hogs I had left over, and I'm not blowing my own trumpet because I've had so many absolutely horrendous failed surgical deployment hogs. So I'm just really happy. So yeah, I was chuffed with that attack. I know it's not a max base or anything, but just the way it all works out, it was pretty good. I enjoyed that. Alright, and then I'm going to show GKB's attack, and then the last one I'll show is Yorio's on 11. So this is GKB, who started to favour a sort of shattered deployment at shattered golem deployment. Just giving you, I suppose it allows you to have that wider ability to funnel, get a wider funnel, and just takes a lot more heat and gets you further into the core because they last for that much longer. I'm still sort of umming and ahhing whether I like to lose that 30 slots for that second golem, but yeah, GKB makes it work on this, and it looks a good attack. So let me just run through that CC. So he takes the CC kill down with the double poisons. So very, very wide split here, and that allows his wizards to sort of come in unhindered. Here come the wall breakers. I like the way the Pekka's actually just waltzed around and away from the sort of funnel anyway. So he basically used 2 golems, wizards, BK, and a Pekka, and he cleared half the base away. And then comes in and clears the rest with hogs. I'm kind of thinking whether, I'm just thinking whether a simpler, more simplified attack would have worked also. But at the end of the day, you don't have to conform to a set rules for taking down bases. At the end, you need to get 3 stars. That is the end goal. There's no other way of really thinking about it. And managing a 2 golem P.E.K.K.A. and BK kill squad is, it's good practice for Town Hall 9. And at the end of the day, it's 3 stars. A lot of P.E.K.K.A. left over, BK pretty much full health, and about 5 or 6 hogs left over. But do you know what? I'm gonna give it to you guys because I'm sort of umming and ahhing about Nimjet's attack and this attack. Was it needed? So you leave in the comments if on Nimjet's attack if you thought that's a good way to sort of do a deployment, like splitting the kill squad. Am I missing something, or is this sort of more conventional way of doing it, keeping them together and getting them into sort of the core, taking out double giant bombs or giant bombs, the better way of doing it? Is that should it be adhered to, or is it still okay to go off track and do it slightly different? But I think you do get less good results if you do split the kill squad. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me, you guys. I'm still learning, so please give me your thoughts on that, and also the points I discussed about GKB's attack, whether you could do it with just a standard more straightforward strategy, or is it still good to practice? It's just that if it does, there's so many different moving parts. If it does go wrong, you look a bit daft. But yeah, I guess it's good to practice. And as I said, it helps you managing those kill squads for later on when you get to Town Hall 9. Okay, enough about that. But yeah, let me know. I've not really sort of said ever. Give me your thoughts in the comments. So let's make this a sort of two-way street. You guys, let me know what you think. Right, Yorio. So vanilla hog attack. Double poison for the CC dragon. So coming in with 3 packs, so in essence a 3-finger drop really. Loses a huge amount of hogs, that sort of top end. The problem with coming in three-finger drop is, I guess, just knowing where you've got to be really spot on with your knowledge of the hog pathing, so you can sort of preempt where they're going and get those heals down. And they've got to sort of converge at some point to get the maximum amount. But yeah, good attack. Reasonable amount of hogs left over. All the sort of defenses taken out. And negated the double giant bomb. So yeah, good attack. Well done. So that's it. Thanks for joining me. It's probably a little bit higgledy-piggledy on this video, basically because all the wars are sort of merging into one big blur at the minute, because I've been so behind on doing these videos. So apologies if they're not as concise as I like them to be. If they ever are concise, I don't know whether that's I've ever achieved that. But don't mean to be negative on the sort of attacks. If I'm coming across saying picking apart some things that I don't find good, but bear in mind I'm learning as well, and I'm learning by the conventional sort of way of looking at YouTube videos and stuff. So I'm opening up for a discussion. I'm not being negative. Obviously, getting 3 stars is the goal at the end of the day. But getting 3 stars and blitzing a base in a good fashion and not just sort of winging it towards the end where you've only got a couple of guys, hogs cleaning up or whatever cleaning up, it is probably the best way forward, because you'll then start to struggle when you start hitting those max Town Hall 8s or more sort of competitive laid out bases with higher level defenses. So don't think I'm sort of bashing on anybody. That's not my intention at all. But thanks, guys. Keep up the good work, and yeah, take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching. Bye.